Jasmine stitch have chains in multiples of 7. Here I am going to show you 2 repeats, so I am going to make 14 stitches, a chain of 14. For row 1, make a chain of 3. In the 6th stitch, so skip these 3 stitches and skip the next 3 stitches. In the 7th stitch, make a puff stitch of 3. So you go into the 7th stitch and pull once. So you already had a yarn over, again a yarn over, go into the same stitch and pull the yarn. That's twice. Third yarn over and pull. Now this is the first puff, pull through and chain 1. Now chain 3, go into the first stitch. This was the chain 1 that I did for the puff, then I did a chain 3. So the first chain of the chain 3, go into that and do 1 pull. I had a yarn over and then I pulled. Now pull through and then chain 1. There is a reason why I am doing just 1 pull through here. I mean 1 yarn over and pull. Here I did 3 times, here just I am doing it 1 time. That's because when I make a chain of 3 here, it already gives a puffiness to this section. So that's why I'm doing only 1 yarn over and pull. If your thread is thin, you can do 2 yarn overs and pull. Again yarn over, go into the same stitch where your puff was coming out and do 3 yarn overs and pulls. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Pull through and this time don't lock. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. In the 4th stitch, make another puff of 3. So pull, yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull and pull through. Now pull through this loop also, which you were having for the earlier puff, and then chain 1. So now what we are doing is 2 puffs are locked under the same stitch. So this is going to be our center point for the jasmine going forward in the other rows. Now we'll do this kind of puff again. The horizontal one. So for that you do chain 3, go into the stitch 1, chain 1 and pull through all the 3 loops and chain 1. Now at this point again I need to have another puff coming from going to the left. So I'll do yarn over and go into the same stitch and make a puff of 3. Pull through, but don't make chain 1 yet. Skip 3 stitches. In the 4th stitch, make another puff. Now pull through all the loops. Chain 1, chain 3, a puff in the first chain, pull through 3 loops, chain 1. To have another puff at the same point, pull through and don't do the chain 1, go to the last stitch and make the last puff of this row. Pull through all these stitches, chain 1 and do a treble crochet in the same stitch. That's row 1. For row 2, chain 3. So this is the point. The first chain that we have here, the first stitch that we have here, is the intersection between this and this puff. So this is actually a center point of the jasmine. So I need to have 2 puffs at this center point which go to the right and to the left. So I'll go into this stitch, and behind this thread, and I'll try to make the puff. Pull through, chain 1, chain 3. In the first stitch, do 1 pull. Now pull through, chain 1, and the same point I'll make another puff. Now don't do chain 1, skip this puff, the horizontal puff. Go to the next intersection between the 2 puffs which are meeting here, like this. Go to this intersection, so yarn over, go from the top and put this bar behind. You'll have 2 bars on your hook. Pull through, that's 1, 2, and 3. Now pull through and now do chain 1. So this is your intersection for the next jasmine when you go to the next row. Now chain 3, go to the first chain, make 1 puff, chain 1, in the same intersection another puff, pull through. Don't make the chain 1 here, because when this is leading to the left, I'll have 1 coming from the right. So I'll reach out to the next intersection. You'll have many chains here, like I have 3 chains here. You need to identify which one is the center chain. This one is my center chain, so I'll go from the top and I will push this bar behind. Then I'll have 2 on my hook and then pull and make my puff. I'll pull through this loop 2, chain 1, chain 3, and continue this pattern. I did my last puff here. Now I will end this with a triple crochet in this chain. So you can see little jasmines of 6 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to continue. It's just a single row pattern. It just keeps repeating itself. Just the placement of the intersection is what you need to find. Like in the next row, when you start with a chain of 3, and then you reach this place where you have this intersection between these 2 puffs, which is this stitch, and here you will start making your first puff which goes to the right, another puff which goes to the left, but between these 2 puffs you will have a horizontal puff. And this is the point where 2 puffs are getting separated. So when you have a puff going this way, you will have a puff going into this intersection. So keep reaching to the intersections and you will just figure out the pattern that way. Thank you for watching.